Spencer this here for SunsetSpeedway.ca. I'm here hanging out with my man Livewire Nick Goetz in the Sauble Falls Late Model Division here at Sunset. We're talking all about the spring velocities coming up on the long weekend, Nick, and I mean, if it's a lion's den of competitors here on a regular Saturday, I can only imagine what it's going to be like when we open up the gates, invitational style, for the 75 lapper next Sunday.
Yeah, invitationals definitely bring out the talent from across Ontario. Hopefully other tracks aren't racing the same night, but it still brings out quite a bit of people, that's for sure.
Now, you have a brand new race car. You've been running it in 35 lap competition at Sunset. You haven't had it out for a long run yet. Do you feel as though this car just might have something to contend next week when we get into those deep waters, lap 50, lap 55, where you've been good in the past?
I think so. I mean, the guys definitely thrash on this car and make it work to what I like. So I like the longer runs. It makes me settle in more. When it came out a little hot last week or whatever, I wanted it, but just like a bull in a china shop, really. But once I calm down, I just drive and I'm in the zone. So I do like the longer laps for sure.
Now, do you find as though when we have so many equally matched cars and drivers, and everyone is just running within a couple tenths of one another, it makes it that much more difficult when you get boxed in out here and you can't really make a move?
Yeah, it sure is, especially when you get sent to the back or whatever and you got to work your way through the field. It's hard. It's a tough field. I mean, it's one of the best fields probably in Canada, that's for sure. It's really is a task to get from the back to the front, so you definitely want to have a good starting position.
Now, you won the Chase for the Colors last year, Peterborough Speedway. That was a long run race, and almost immediately after winning it, you said, you know what, it's great to win at Peterborough, but I really want to go to Victory Lane at Sunset. To be able to do so, if you can do it at the spring velocity in a 75 lap race against the best of the best, what would that mean to your career?
Definitely big on my resume, that's for sure. It'd be my first career victory here at Sunset, and that's what I'm aiming at doing. So, I mean, we were close last week in the second feature or whatever. I just got a little bump from behind the way we went. But I mean, I was pushing the 17 out to the lead there with like 8 laps to go, so we were right there. But it's coming. We definitely got a fast car, that's for sure. So.
How radically different is this car from what you've been working with last year? I mean, now you've got a race under your belt and you've sort of had it in race trim, does it react differently than any other piece you've had?
It's like night and day, to be honest. I mean, it's smooth. Even out there today, again, testing. I mean, we had a little bit of damage last week, fixed it all up, and it's the same thing like it was last week. It was fast. So.
Now, none of this happens without the people behind you, and I know that you signed on a ton of existing sponsors, brought on some new ones, so thank the folks that'll make 2015 a reality for this team.
I want to thank Mike and Rick and all the guys down at McCall's and Paulie's dad. They do a tremendous amount of work on this car. I'd like to thank Lake Huron Rod and Gun, Mondo Car Wash Products, Super 8 Motel, Lord Elgin's Fish and Chips, T.A. Stewart and Son, Austin Graphics, Roberto's Pizza, Boston Pizza.
And what people want to know is, are we going to have new shirts for 2015? Because your apparel, it's been awesome the last 2 years. Now that we got the brand new vinyl wrap on it, I've already had fans asking me, so let's just answer that question right now. Will there be new shirts this year?
Yeah, we got new t-shirts and crew shirts coming out. They're just being done by Image Wraps as we speak, so they'll be out here shortly.
Craig Camrat does great work.
He does.
There you go, folks. Come on out to the Spring Velocity. Watch Nick Goetz go to work. Follow him on Twitter at NG Motorsports24 and log on to the brand new, all new official Nick Goetz Racing page on Facebook. Nick, thank you so much for the time. All the best at the Spring Velocity.
Thanks.